Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting the process of our carrots. It's going to be hot again this week, so I went out first thing this morning, dug up the first 2 rows of carrots, which were the Imperator carrots that we planted earlier on this year. Most of them look about like this. They are pretty long, but they're super slender. I don't know how many of these I will be chopping up. I may peel them and just leave them into chunks, kind of like baby carrots, and try to can them that way. I'm not real sure yet. We'll see what it looks like once I get them peeled. But after I dug them up from the garden, I brought them up, I cut off all of the tops, the greenery, and gave them a quick kind of wash down to get all the mud off. The next step I'm going to do is peel them and then give them a good scrubbing and washing again. And then we will be ready to put them into jars and process. With the carrots, I will be cold packing them into the jars, and for canning, I did that last year and I had success with doing it that way. I'm going to continue on that this year. If you're looking for a source to use when it comes to canning and preserving, I highly recommend the Ball Canning and Preserving book. In here you will find carrots as well as anything else you could possibly think of on canning. Great resource to have around. And within this book, it will tell you how to hot pack and cold pack the carrots, whichever way you prefer. I like to use this as a guide for safely canning the vegetables and the produce. Without further waiting, let's go ahead and get this process started. Okay, we have the carrots sliced and into the jars. I just boiled a pot of water. We're going to go ahead and ladle the water into the jars. We will then add half a teaspoon of salt to each jar. If you do quarts, you will add 1 teaspoon of salt to each jar. We will then clean the lids, put them into the canner. Both the pints and the quarts will be processed at 10 pounds of pressure. The pints you're going to process for 25 minutes and the quarts for 30 minutes. We've got the jars in our canner. What we have here is a National Canner number 5. It is a very old canner. Make sure to read the instruction manual that came with your canner, as they will be different in how you operate them and how much water goes inside of them. I just lit the fire. We gotta wait for this to start steaming. I'm gonna let it steam for about 10 minutes, close the valve, let it build up to 10 pounds of pressure, and then we sit and wait for 25 minutes. After the 25 minutes of pressure, we will turn the heat off, let the pressure naturally release. Once it gets down to 0, we will then open it up. Carefully take your jars out and wait for the pings, which is a good sign that they have sealed and you have just preserved your carrots. I just want to show you on this particular model that we have. We are at 10 pounds of pressure, so we want to try to stay here for 25 minutes. I just have to adjust the fire below to keep it in that range. By the way, the best thing if you are a canner or preserving your food. Keep the heat out of the house. It's outside. This one here is a 3-burner. It's super old here. Camp Chef. We don't do anything in the house. We keep the heat outside using this. 25-minute countdown begins. To show you the difference in the 2 types of carrots. These are the Denver half-longs, and they're so much bigger. I feel like this was more of a success than it was with the others. Now this is just 1 row. I still need to go back and grab the other row. It didn't quite have as many carrots, so there'll be a few more than this, but overall I'm very impressed with these. Once the jars have cooled down, you will want to remove the ring from each jar, wipe the jar down, and they are good for storage. You will want to remove the rings and never stack your jars, as it will create a false seal. And we are done harvesting and canning carrots for the year. We were very fortunate and blessed to be able to put up 18 pints of carrots. I will be curious if there's a difference in the taste between the two varieties of carrots. If you enjoyed this video and found this tutorial to be helpful, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you've got any tips or tricks for harvesting or canning carrots. I would love to hear from you. This is only my second year doing this, so I'm still kind of new at it. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you stick around. And until next time, take care and happy harvesting.